The 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz. We have a subtle refresh here and we have some new updates for 2025, but towards the end of this video I will share with you how you can save between 9 and 13% off MSRP from a 2024 Santa Cruz. Alright, let's get started. The vehicle looks a little bit more aggressive, trying to be more truck-like, if you will. Let me know in the comment section if you like the way the Santa Cruz looks. It is a bit weird, it's a bit out there. Personally, I am a fan. I've seen a couple of these rolling around on the road and I do like it. It's crazy because this was the brand that was copycatting everyone else. Now they have these ultra unique designs. We're also going to get some new wheel designs in 2025, and the XRT trim level is going to come with all-terrain tires and an improved approach angle to make it more capable off-road. And this trim is going to get the wrench-inspired 18-inch wheels, and it'll also get its own unique grille design and its own front and rear bumpers. And the XRT trim level is one that I would suggest in the lineup. I'll go over my personal thoughts on what is the best trim level for the Santa Cruz to get the best bang for your buck. Moving on from the exterior, let's talk about the powertrain. So the base engine option, it's still going to be the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, making 191 horsepower and 181 pounds-feet of torque. And it will be mated to the regular 8-speed automatic transmission. You can also get this in either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. This is going to be your SE and your SEL trim levels. And if you do want this naturally aspirated setup, yeah, the SEL is pretty good. At least with 2024, we have a activity package that you can add on, which is $3,600. That gives you a lot of desirable options. However, $3,600, that's very steep, and especially if you tack on the all-wheel drive system, which as of right now in 2024 costs $1,500, you're going to be adding $5,000 to the price of the SEL, and now you're very close to what the turbo engines are going to cost. Speaking of turbo, we still have the turbo 2.5 liter 4-cylinder available, producing 281 horsepower, 311 pounds-feet of torque. It's still mated to that 8-speed dual clutch transmission. This is the model I tested when the Santa Cruz first came out, and fortunately the dual clutch was pretty smooth with the Santa Cruz, and that turbo 4-cylinder power gave it a truly luxurious driving experience. It felt very quick, very effortless. I do appreciate it, but keep in mind, Hyundai Kia's dual clutch transmission, it's not exactly the most reliable. I know there was a person who went through 3 or 4 DCTs with this Kia Forte, so that was crazy. Fortunately, Hyundai Kia's warranty, they did pay out every time. But yeah, what to do? If you want that effortless driving experience, you got to get the turbo, and you're going to be stuck with that dual clutch. If you have a high quality Hyundai dealership nearby, go ahead and get it, because the vehicle is backed by that 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. But in order to take advantage of that warranty, you need a great dealership nearby, so you have to do your due diligence and research in your area all of the reviews for your Hyundai dealers. Also, the turbo models, they can tow more at 5,000 pounds. The naturally aspirated 4-cylinders can only tow 3,500 pounds. Regarding the interior space, we do have some subtle tweaks and changes, like we get a exposed shelf above the glove box, which is fine. You could put a cell phone in there, assuming that it's rubber lined so it doesn't go flying all over the place. But we get a new steering wheel as well, which is very reminiscent of the Genesis steering wheels, and the air vents are also redesigned. But we get wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto as standard. Before, when I tested the Santa Cruz, the lower end trim levels, right, they would come with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, but the top of the line Limited would not come with the wireless Apple CarPlay and stuff. You would actually have to physically plug it in, so that was crazy. But yeah, the technology is fine. We have a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster that's tied together with a 12.3-inch infotainment screen. Obviously that digital gauge cluster, it is going to be optional, but fortunately you do have physical buttons and switches for your HVAC and for your audio, although some of the HVAC, it seems to be that touch haptic type system. which is still fine. I'm just glad that they haven't buried everything into that screen. And you even get your own separated temperature readouts as well. It's embedded into that HVAC knob. But yeah, as promised before, here's how you can save between 9 and 13% off of MSRP on a brand new 2024 Santa Cruz. I have partnered with AutoCompanion, one of the largest brokers in the United States. He's located in Washington, D.C., and he's offering amazing discounts on just about every Hyundai, including things like the Elantra, the Kona, the Palisade, and the Tucson and the Santa Fe. Those are some of the cheapest and most affordable family SUVs that you can get right now, especially with AutoCompanion's discounts. You can check out his spreadsheet on your own. However, this video is talking about the Santa Cruz and an SEL all-wheel drive. He's offering 12.2% off MSRP on that. I do recommend that model if you want the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder setup. But if you want to keep the SEL affordable, you're going to have to skip the activity package, because if you add that in, you're paying almost 37 grand. At that point, you can essentially get the night edition, which comes standard with almost everything that the SEL activity package is going to come with. Plus, you get the turbo 4-cylinder and all-wheel drive as standard with the night edition. That's going to set you back about 40 grand. And you can even get the XRT model for 42 grand when I built one on Hyundai's website. The Limited, not really necessary. The main reason why I like the XRT is because it still comes with 18-inch wheels, so it's going to ride amazing. But even with the 20s, it's fine. And honestly, I love driving the Santa Cruz. There was nothing to complain about with this vehicle. It genuinely felt like a luxury car. It was so quiet, so smooth. This is a top-tier product that hits way above its weight class. But yeah, those are the 3 trim levels I recommend: SEL without the activity package, the night edition, and the XRT. And on the night and the XRT models, AutoCompanion is offering almost 10% off MSRP. He also has a free leasing calculator, which I'm going to have linked in the description box below. This is a powerful tool because it shows you the residual values and the interest rate on the lease, along with the incentives that you can qualify for in your local area. So even if you're not interested in leasing, it's just good to know all of these numbers. And I am making this video towards the end of March. So these programs are going to be different when you watch in the future, because these programs, they change every month. Fortunately, this calculator will also update every month, so you can stay up to date on the numbers. But as of right now in March, the lease deals on the Santa Cruz, they kind of suck, primarily because the interest rate is over 6% for these leases. So you're paying between $500 to $600 a month, depending on whether you go with the SEL or the turbo models. So I don't really recommend that. You should also go to Hyundai's own website and see what kind of offers they have for your local area and your local zip code, because right now it seems like they're running a 2.9% finance term for 48 months. I would say that's a better deal than leasing the Santa Cruz, and you can pay it off quicker. And if you want to work with AutoCompanion and take advantage of these great Hyundai deals, you're going to either have to ship the vehicle to your destination or pick up the vehicle at Washington, D.C. yourself. He does charge a broker fee, but if you sign up with my affiliate link in the description box below, he will take some money off of that broker fee. So hopefully you appreciate this knowledge and these resources. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. But thank you so much for watching. Take care and goodbye.